Hi, Zobble1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox. And this is the first time we've had this happen to us. So we were doing our PPI thing. I saw a looking for post on Reddit for a group, so I thought I'd have a bit of fun and shenanigans and give them the trailer for Pirate Protection Insurance, the advert I did, just as a bit of fun, and say to them, like, you know, pay us 100 million and we won't come and attack your BGS. Because that's what PPI insurance is. It's our pirate protection insurance. It's basically our protection racket. We are offering you to pay us so we don't attack your BGS. Since giving up our own BGS, we have fun in-game just winding people up with this threat of pirate attack. There's no malice or harm in it. We don't see it as something threatening. We're not looking to upset anyone. We just do it because it's a bit of roleplay fun since we gave up our own BGS. We got the idea because there's a lot of big groups out there that bully people's BGS, and Polo came up with the idea of doing this once we gave up our BGS. Some people get annoyed by us doing it, see it as a really negative thing that we do, but for the most part, most people have taken it really well and see it as just us having in-game roleplay fun. So this time it didn't all go to plan. A lot of the time it doesn't, but Commander Scooby did a great job of winning the conflicts. So we basically attacked this group, Phoenix Omega. We went down to their systems, we triggered a war very quickly. Scooby went to work on the conflict zones. Me and Scooby working together, clearing them. At one point we had like a whole 6 of us on, an amazing amount of Dark Marauders. But Scooby would like it pointed out that we may have lost a couple of the days of the war when he wasn't available to play, and we may have won every single day that Scooby played. He would just like that pointed out. He's not been at all smug about this in any way, shape or form.
Do that face! Don't do that face! No!
Smug face.
Not the smug face!
Now, Phoenix Omega have an uphill struggle protecting their system because they have a very small population system with black markets in it. I mean, as you can see from the graph, it didn't take us many days to force a war, and then we won the war and flipped the system. We offered them a very low offer of 100 million for us to leave their systems alone. They didn't really go in for much negotiation with us. And they were very stonily silenced to us. They didn't engage with the role play or talk to us at all. And it was kind of disappointing to hear from other channels that they were very annoyed with what we were doing. And well, they made some accusations which I am frankly quite disappointed by. I did offer them the chance to come and talk to me about it. I did offer them a chance to communicate about it, but they didn't take up my offers at all, which is kind of disappointing. But we elected to back down on this one. We made our money from the conflict zones, we made our money from the massacre missions. It wasn't all completely one-sided. Here's Owl getting blown up by one of the outposts because he's become hostile while handing in missions. Always a danger, and he didn't quite make it out. I did make it out in Viper a couple of times with the same thing happening to me, but it's one of those things. Because we're doing so many missions and so many credits and bonds, you become hostile, and that's a really bad thing to have happen when you're on a landing pad. Now, we never met any of the commanders from this squadron in open. We never had any of them in voice chat. We had messages going back and forth. I sent messages over Xbox Live and Anara and never got a response from anyone. There was a little back and forth on Reddit, but that was very brief. Orc did get a little bit of a response, but we got this message sent to us by a third party, and we were very disappointed to hear that they'd reported us for harassment to FDEV, Microsoft and Xbox, which is interesting because we didn't actually do anything that we thought was harassment. I did apologise. I have blanked out about the family emergency just for this commander's privacy. The nature of the emergency is not really relevant, and had he communicated to us that there was a family emergency, we could have quite happily stepped back a bit, given him time to sort things out. we weren't particularly being aggressive. We didn't have any like urgent time. I think Orc said to him, like, we're just going to continue attacking until you pay. Eventually they did engage a third party to come and assist them, a little late after we'd already flipped the system and won the BGS, and in fact messaged them to say that we were pulling out because of their claims of harassment. You know, we just couldn't bother to deal with it. They then engaged a third party in the Imperial Dragon Knights to come down and fight for them. So it was all a bit bizarre. The Imperial Dragon Knights have, I believe, said they will protect this group from us, which is odd because I don't know who's protecting the Imperial Dragon Knights from us, let alone them protecting anybody. And in terms of BGS, they're going to have an uphill struggle because it's a incredibly easy to knock over system. So we basically, as you can see from the date, offered to pull out, and then the Imperial Dragon Knights messaged us like after we'd already agreed to pull out and said we were leaving because of the claims of harassment, then interjected themselves in the situation, messaging Star with this message, you know, which was I think 1 day later in the evening. But you know, it's fine, we're not bothered. We got our money's worth out of the conflict zones. We made a lot of money out of the CZs and the massacre missions, so we did fine out of it. Kept us entertained for a few days, and be honest, we were needed elsewhere to do some other stuff, so we were quite happy to pull out. We may return in the future, so the Imperial Dragon Knights are going to have to really do some work defending that system, because yeah, good luck. It's a low pop system with 3 black markets. I can force it into war in about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, so yeah, you better stay on your toes defending that system to the hilt. And again, like I say, you're defending Phoenix Omega from us. I'm not sure who's defending you from us. However, as you're defending them, we will happily take the 100 million from you to leave Phoenix Omega alone for the rest of the year, or for a whole year's coverage. You know, it's a share on a couple of wing missions, so it isn't anything to be worried about. It's a very small amount of money, and trust me, it could save you a lot of pain in the future, because like I say, low pop system with 3 black markets, talk to anyone, that is almost impossible to defend from BGS attack. It's an absolute nightmare. There's not a lot you can do about that. Look how quickly we dropped it from 78% into a war without any sort of concerted effort. In fact, we actually jumped the gun on this attack because I said this was a target for the future. Polo got overexcited and immediately jumped his carrier down in there and started BGSing. So it's kind of a bit of disorganized chaos, to be honest. But yeah, as far as we're concerned, we do our PPI attacks to have a bit of roleplay fun and try and like create a bit of fun and entertainment in open. I'm very sorry that Phoenix Omega didn't see it that way, and they thought it was harassment and taunting and whatever have you. If they want to send me the messages that they think were over the top and offensive, then please feel free to. I will happily look into it. I've read through most of the messages that were sent back and forth, and I even have screenshots of the messages that you guys deleted on Reddit. But I can't see anything from Dark Marauder's side that was at all offensive. But, you know, I might not have seen something. So please, hit me up and let me know. And to Phoenix Omega and the KNTS, if you want to save that system from future hassle, 100 million is a very small price to pay for a 1 year's pirate protection insurance. And trust me, it could save you money in the long run. Because let's face it, that system is so easy to topple. It's like so easy to topple. And we had our fun, we had a good laugh, we thought it was funny, and it's sad that our opponents, you know, decided to get salty and a bit weird about it and report us to Microsoft and FDEV. It's a bit odd. Never had that happen before, not even with any of the groups. This is the first time it's ever happened to us. So a bit of an odd PPI attack all round. A little bit weird, but there you go. What can you do? Some people just get upset about their BGS a bit more than others. But anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully Phoenix Omega will recover from this and realise it's just a bit of RP fun. So I apologise for any offence caused, and, you know, pay us 100 million and it can all go away. That's all. Thank you very much for watching.
It was
They're
flawless.
robbing all of the commanders.